Hey everybody, it's Steve Huber here with Billion Dollar Contractor. And my big theme for this week and working with all of my clients is helping sales managers throw better meetings. And if you've never been in sales management before, maybe you got there by accident, nobody's actually mentored you or had you work with salespeople before, it's really intimidating. Salespeople are not easy to manage. They're all alpha personalities, they like to win, they're all competitive. They're used to talking their way around problems as opposed to taking ownership of them. And they're not an easy group to manage. So giving a sales meeting is very different than managing a lot of other types of people in a lot of other departments. And so when we see somebody that's just inherited a sales team, or we're going through a transition and they're brought in to help basically stabilize a team that's there, a lot of times we see issues with how those meetings go on. And it can really destroy your team if you're not doing them right. So let me give you a couple tips for having a great sales meeting. Number one, focus on positivity. We don't ever complain in sales meetings about anything. So don't ask questions like, I'll give you an example I heard the other day. Hey team, I heard the leads are not good right now. Who wants to tell me about some bad leads that they got? Wrong way to go. You're going to feed a lot of negativity into your sales team by doing something like that. So we're always positive in our meetings. We're always looking at the bright side. So a better example for that would be, hey team, I hear we're running a lot of sales appointments right now, which is awesome. It means the market's starting to wake up and we're starting to see a great response out there. It's really important I have you update the CRM with what's happening on those appointments so we can make sure we're constantly doing the right things to put you in front of the right people. Okay? Positivity, right? So don't incite negativity into your meetings because, again, it will eat you alive. Another thing is salespeople are very emotional. Again, they thrive on emotion. They're there to pick up nonverbal cues from their customers. They're there to get a sense of how things are going. In fact, the best salespeople don't listen to what people are saying. They listen to what they really mean. So they're looking for all these underlying clues in your meeting to see how you actually feel about what's happening. So you have to constantly, again, remind yourself that I have to be on top of my game when I give a sales meeting. And one of the hardest things to do is to be energetic, to be excited. You almost have to be above and beyond, right? Not that you need to be on tables and throwing stuff around the room, but check yourself before that meeting to make sure that you are in the right headspace, okay? I see a lot of leaders that will go into a sales meeting very flat, very bored, almost like lethargic, or, oh my God, is it Friday yet? Again, not the right kind of mood that we want to have into a sales meeting. We want to be excited about what's happening and enthusiastic about the changes that are happening and excited about the opportunity that allows and presents us and is in front of us, okay? Another thing that I want you to focus on this week as you go and give your sales meetings is don't take for granted that your salespeople need to actually be taught how to sell. We make the mistake all the time of assuming that just because somebody's been in sales for a long time, they know it all, they don't need to get better, they don't need to watch the video, they don't need to role play, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Think about a doctor that went to college 20 years ago and got his doctorate, and now he's practicing medicine every day. But imagine if that doctor never did any continuing education, never picked up a magazine or a brochure or a handout or a memo or whatever it may be to read the latest research or actually practice those skills. The doctor would probably not be a great doctor. And sales is the same way. You have to constantly practice the things that you've learned. Otherwise, eventually you just lose them and you're going to forget about all the things that used to work great. So every meeting, do something that relates to selling. Do something that relates to a sales technique or psychology. And if you don't know this stuff yourself, or you just want to give your team a different voice to hear, a great option is to hop on YouTube. Literally load up YouTube and type in sales tips and look for something that's 5 minutes long. There's a lot of great videos on YouTube with singular items, how to handle that one objection, or how to deal with follow-ups, or how to deal with emails, or little tips and tricks along the way. Again, 5 to 10 minute video is perfect, and it's a great way to give some break into your sales meeting where somebody else is teaching the team how to sell. Perfect. What I like to do is I create a playlist on YouTube of all my favorite videos, and then when it's time for me to do a meeting, if I don't have anything great that week to say or I'm a little light I'll go ahead and play a video for 10 minutes. I know the team got great training and they didn't have to hear it from me and zone me out, which is always nice. Last thing I want you to do is give the team one thing that they need to focus on. So often, sales leaders will say, we need to do this better and 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 this better. And guess what? They zone you out, okay? Nobody is going to go tackle a list of 40 things that have to get done. Pick one. I'll give you an example. Let's say referrals were something that we were really focused on this week. And that was our big goal for the week. That was our area that we missed the most on. I may say something like, hey team, we're going to focus on one thing this week. And that is every time we talk to a customer, every time we give them an update, every time we drop something off with them, every time we ask about a change order, every time we sign a contract, every time we do anything with a customer, we are going to talk about our referral program. Okay? If nothing else happens this week, but we do that thing, we're going to have a great week. Makes it tangible, okay? Then when you're managing your folks, you're touching base with them, you say, hey, did you call that customer? Yeah, I called that customer. Awesome. Did you ask them about referrals? Oh, no, Steve, I didn't. I forgot. Okay, call them back. Ask them about referrals, all right? It gives us one thing to manage to. And one thing about salespeople in general is a lot of us, we have ADD, right? It's really hard for us to stay focused on a lot of different tasks, which is why usually we're pretty bad at paperwork. So if you give us 100 things to do, we're probably not going to do it. If you give me one thing to do and one thing to focus on, you make that the core result of the week that we're driving towards and pushing for, guess what? I'm probably going to do pretty dang well at it. Well, as always, if you own a construction business or a home service business, you're looking to grow your sales team or just run a better business that's more profitable and you're stuck, that's what we do here. We've done over $2 billion worth of home improvement sales, and we've learned a lot of tips along the way and a lot of shortcuts to help you get there a heck of a lot faster and a heck of a lot cheaper than you could do it on your own. So reach out to us if that sounds interesting to you. If not, enjoy the video. I hope it helped you out.